This is a very exciting day for Westbury. I'd like to introduce you all to Clarence Dow.
Hello.
He's Irene Hart's attorney.
Her what?
He's in charge of her endowments, and he's got some news. Mr. Dow?
Thank you, Ms. DeWitt. First of all, Ms. Hart would like to thank you for your kindness. She quite enjoyed her time here at Westbury, which is reflected in the fact that she has instructed me to draw up the papers for an endowment to be instituted here at Westbury. Her largest single endowment to any clinic, I might add. Now, Ms. DeWitt can fill you in on the details, but suffice it to say that every one of your individual research projects will be funded. With one exception. Ms. Hart made one specific stipulation, which is that no funds can be used for any project headed by Dr. Oliver Crane. Sorry about that, Dr. Crane, but I'm afraid you failed the test. Just so you all know, that's where she lives, but she owns the building. And inside, it's really quite stunning. She's had some of the same neighbors for 40 years. She could never abandon them. That's the kind of person she is.
Doc, how you been? You'll never guess who I've been hanging out with lately. Remember the movie Romance at Rattlesnake Ridge? The one where that woman saves all them cows by shooing them in with her petticoat?
I believe that'd be Irene Hart.
If you guessed Irene Hart, you got it right. When you come to New York, I'll introduce you. Miss Hart, thank you for everything. If you know any of the lines from the movie by heart, she might even do a scene with you. Stick with me if you want to rub elbows with the rich and famous. Speaking of famous, Raoul had quite an experience recently, too. His new friend Elliot was playing a very special concert and invited Raoul and Justin to come along. They looked mighty handsome, all decked out and everything, and I was told they were on their best behavior. Tickets were so limited, we weren't even allowed to come along. I guess that's the way it is if you're playing for the president. Yep, you heard me right. Raoul got to meet the President of the United States of America. But as big as that was, something else topped it.
Do you have news?
Yes, ma'am, but I think you'd rather hear from somebody else.
Mommy! Baby!
Here's Daddy's girl.
There's nothing quite like a family reunion. And when it's all said and done, the simple things in life will beat the complicated things every time. Not having children of my own, I'm not sure I can even imagine how hard it must be to watch something you love so much go through the treacherous roads of life, knowing you can't possibly protect them from everything. I guess it's in those times all we can do is remember they don't really belong to us. They're just on loan. All we can do is love them, teach them, and pray with them, and be thankful for every moment we have. Hope you and Dottie come see me sometime soon. I miss y'all. Doc Cassidy.